guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got fish this week. It's 6 boxes, but I remember there's some actually really cool stuff in here. So let's get at it and see what we got. First thing up, we have fiddler crabs. Nice big claws on some of those guys. Fiddler crabs actually can be a fun pet. They also make good food for a pupper. Next up, we have some rice fish. These are the blue sparkles. Most of the rice fish are all the same species, different color variants. Lots of different variants out there right now. Very popular, fun in the nano group. These are balloon-bodied mollies, a nice assorted batch. They look like they did pretty good in shipping, so hopefully those guys will be good to go. Next is feeder guppies. Got a whole bunch of those. Remember, if you want to do your feeders at a discount, order them by Monday by noon, and we'll get them in here for you. You get 25% off pre-order. Here's some Kenyi cichlids. Looks like one's not going to make the trip, but overall doing all right. Lombardi, they call those also. Those are an African cichlid. And that's that for that box. All right, another box here to show you. I bet we have some more feeders in there. Maybe some blackworms. Remember, blackworms are every other week. We'll back a week on our filming, so if you're seeing it this week, we got them next week. Here's some black crystal shrimp. They don't look incredibly black, but they're darker than the reds have been, so super happy to have those. Do indeed have the blackworms, and they look pretty good in the bags. Have a limited number of those. These are just cherry shrimp. Restock on those. My local guys been a little short on cherry shrimp, so got some imported. Yep, feeder comments for you. And that's everything in this box. So a couple cool things and a couple necessary things. All part of the game. Let's see if we can get another box real quick. And some really cool stuff showed up on the list this week. We'll see what all got shipped in. Seems like we had a lot of loaches, lots of bettas. Maybe I will do a betta breakout this week. Maybe I won't. Take a quick gander. Go ahead and drool. Remember, if you're going to be here on a betta day, get here early, because there's some people that get awful excited when we get a betta group in. And I got some really cool ones to get excited there. All right, aside from that, we have big cories. Nice size on these guys. Similar to an Abs personatus, but these are a different type. What was the name on those? They're a long nose, a cypre. I haven't had those before, a little different. We've had some other types of long noses, but it's got like the polka dot pattern and a long nose. Nice big cory too. Restock on L201, that's the Angelica Snowball or Ornico Angel, or they got a lot of different common names. Black with white spots. Nice little hypan with medical. They're a hypan, aren't they? Yeah, hypan sisters. They're an omnivore. They eat a little bit of algae and stuff, mostly a carnivore though. Let's see, these are some more rice fish. These are the dwarf Medeca rice fish. Somebody tell me how I'm supposed to actually pronounce that, but dwarf, those are tiny. LUMINATUS is the species name on those. I had to try that. You think it said dwarf to go in our nano section? Why not? Good deal. I didn't forget to order these. These are assassin snails, nice big ones. We recognized I was out of those early last week after I put my order in. So this week we're able to make sure to have some for you. Oh wow, look at you. Oh my goodness. This guy deserves his own video. This is a giant betta and he really is amazingly huge. Just beautiful fish. Let's see, next up we have red battas, flame red battas. Realized I was out of those too. We did a pretty good restock on the nano section this week. A couple things they were out of. Also a bunch of AULONOCARAs. This is Chitindi. We've had these before. Good sized male, not showing a lot of color on that particular one. See if the color up in the tank, you know, right around 3 inches. A lot of them start showing color intermittently. Boraris Mara or Phoenix RASBORA. Ordered chili RASBORAs this week also. They were out of stock. We do have just about every other type of Bora out there. The Mara, the, let's see, Phoenix, the strawberries, the 3-spot pygmies, the yellow polka dots, and we got strawberries. Did I say strawberries? So we've got a lot of different ones, just no chilies this week. Here's another Chitindi peacock. And here is, oh, cool. These are green dragon bushies. And BUSHYNOSE PLECO L144, but this is a green dragon variety. Not the long fins, just the regulars. But nice, kind of a yellow edge fin on this regulars. Ooh, super cool tetra. These are the TUCANO tetras. I like to call them toucans. Nice little bright green eye on them. Kind of a spendy little nano tetra. Very, very cool. You get those when I can. We have one or two over there that'll fill out our group. Another chitindi. Did I miscount? Well, this wasn't a chitindi, I guess. Oh, another giant betta. Different color pattern. This guy's all blue. Amazing. I still just shake my head when I see those giant bettas like that. That is a huge fish. Flat bag, but little fish. These are clown killies. Restock on those guys. Rocket clowns are very good jumpers. Remember that. But nice strike pattern and beautiful tails on the males. I only get about an inch. That's it for that box. We will reboot and get you some more. Alrighty, let's see if we can get another couple boxes done here. About halfway through this fish order. Look at you, nice good size on this guy. This is a silver AROWANA baby, a little bigger than we average get them in. Nice size, nice started size. This guy ought to do well. More bettas tucked in here. A lot of bettas this week. Here's another one. Let's see, here is something that's not a betta. These are black night rams. Really nice dark color on these guys. A little on the spendy side, but they've been very popular and for good reason, very pretty. Glass cats, restock on those guys. I used to call mine the skeleton crew when I had to batch of those guys. Here are black swordtails. Restock on some of our live bears this week. Picked up some swordtails, I think some mollies too. I always saw the blue bodies. This is black ghost knife. Sell a lot of these guys, super cool. Remember, they do get a bit large. Here's some of those mollies I was talking about. Gold LYRETAIL mollies. Got a big bunch of, from two different sources, locally bred mollies over there too. They're mostly half blacks. Some of them are LYRETAILs, most not. Here's AMANO shrimp. I went and forgot to buy AMANO shrimp last week, and you guys about bought me out. Served me right for forgetting. We usually have about 200 in backstock. I think we're down to about nothing. Marble hatchets, restock on these guys. It's been really spotty whether or not we can get them, so we went ahead and doubled up. Super cool. Remember the tiny mouths. Got to make sure you have small food for them to eat. Here is some RASBORA tetras. Oh, they put a capata leaf in with them. That's interesting. Nice tannic water, and it looks like everybody made the trip. That's better than average, like that. Next is some Gertrude's Arrow 2. ARUII. One of them looks like it didn't make the trip, which is too bad. These guys are hard to come by. Really bright colored version of the Gertrude's rainbow. Super neat fish. Here is the neon tetras. Got a whole big bag of those guys to go on our tetra special. Remember, buy 4 more of any given tetra and you'll get 25% off for the low cost of subscribing to this channel. Let's see, more Gertrudes. These are the regular version. A little less expensive than the Arrow 2. Looks like all these guys made the trip, so that's good. Still very bright colored. The arrows are a specific locality. Really cool fish. Let's see, these are the bicolors. Nice large males. Bright yellow underneath. They'll get even more yellow as they get more mature. Those are very cool peacock. I think we've got 3 of those guys. There's 2 more of them. Again, restocking on large peacocks because, well, you guys like them and so do I, so you want to have what you want. Grab another box here real quick. We'll work through that as well. Here we go. Shipper's been using bigger boxes to cut down on shipping, I think, which means fewer boxes, more fish. This is another one of those L201s. Thought we already had all 3, but apparently I just had 2 before. Apparently I can't count today. Here is a half-moon candy females. These have been very popular when we can get them. Bright colors. They run about 15 bucks, so not particularly expensive for a really beautiful female betta. Here are some Borneo suckers. Got a bunch of different HILLSTREAM loaches on this particular order. These are Borneo suckers, relatively inexpensive. Come in different species, which is kind of fun. Here is Pseudotropheus ACI, or AC, cichlid. Some people even call these a peacock, but they're more like in the Tanganyika, or excuse me, the Malawian Laguna group, in my book. Who knows if I know what I'm talking about, right? Here's another type of AULONOCARA, definitely a peacock. Blue orchid male, they said. In KANDEENSE. If you want the Latin on that. I can see that there's going to be some great color on that fish. That's pretty cool. Here's some ENDLERs, more live bears. These are white peacocks, they called them. So a nice white tail and then with a spot in it. That's kind of cool. Here's another one of those black, or blue orchid, excuse me, not black orchid. Blue orchid peacock, very beautiful. And another, that one actually looks like it's got more color than the other two. But I can see good color coming up on all of them. Big spots, very pretty cichlid. What do we got here? This is, oh, these are cool. These are a deep water African cichlid. They call them a boops. A little more timid and a little more delicate than some of your other Africans. Make sure you have a well-cycled tank, and I wouldn't stick them in with your babunas if you want to keep them alive. Kind of a specialty African, kind of like your shell dwellers. Speaking of specialty, these are cylindricus, which are Tanganyikan. It's Neolampologus cylindricus. They're in the same genus as the shell dwellers. They're not a shell dweller, but they're pretty cool little fish. Bigger than most of your shells. Neon, or red neon rainbows. These are another pseudomugil, which is your dwarf rainbows, not your, they're called pygmy even. They're the small size. We always have them in our nano section because they only get to about 2 inches and slender. More HILLSTREAMs. Is that the spotteds? Yep, that's the spotted HILLSTREAMs. Very similar to your reticulated. It's a little tiny bit different pattern. They should come in a little bigger than our reticulated. And in true form, they certainly did. Butterfly HILLSTREAMs. Boy, those look more like reticulated. And usually butterflies have a brown with black spots on them. These guys look. I have to look at those closely to key them out. They might be a little different species. These are BUSHYNOSE. If you want to follow the Latin. So many different loaches in general. The HILLSTREAMs are no exception on that, so it could be a little different than what I was expecting, but still a very cool HILLSTREAM. Here's another type of ENDLER. These are the blue snakeskin ENDLERs. Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of a spot pattern inside that blue. Real cool. Nice color to them, even if they're not real heavy duty on the snakeskin. GOURAMIs. These are the flame dwarf GOURAMIs. Restock on those guys. And the last thing out of this one is some CROWNTAIL female bettas. Nice size on them, actually. CROWNTAILs, of course, make them kind of look like they're split, but that's what they're supposed to be. Always have to watch those guys. Females aren't supposed to fight. Sometimes we get short-tailed males stuck in with the females, and that causes all kinds of trouble. But in general, that's a great bunch of female bettas, and we'll be right back with our last box. Alrighty, last box. Here we go. Alright, first out of this box we have cory cats. These are panda cories. Restock on those guys. Sell tons and tons of cories. Panda cories are probably our most popular bestseller. Why not? Super cute. Lots of extra bettas here to check out. Just look at these insanely beautiful bettas going, yep, just passing by. Black mollies, black LYRETAIL mollies. Somebody's got a little gold belly on them, but nice shape to our black LYRETAIL mollies. Looks like a cichlid. Yeah, these are black CALVIS. Not a bad size on these guys. These are just small, but they're not the 1/4 inch size we get them sometimes. Black CALVIS, super cool Tanganyikan cichlid. Get large. We had a bigger one in here. Flew out of here in a couple seconds last week. Let's see, royal butterfly loach. This is closer to what I was looking for. Nice. I like the way they have the split discs on the royal butterflies. Very, very neat loach. Longfin white clouds. Let's see if we get some of those. We're out of gold white clouds over there. I think we got one. I wasn't able to get those. So we got regulars and longfins right now. Here's some Oscars, regular tiger Oscars. Got a restock on those guys. I think we got another type of Oscar here somewhere too. More bettas. So cool. Next is, yeah, there's albino tiger Oscars. So it's been asking me for those, so there we go. Got some really pretty albino tigers. And these have been really a hot commodity recently. These are blue acaras. Blue acaras, or electric blue acaras, I should say. Beautiful fish. They can get up to 9 inches, and sometimes they can be kind of mean, but on the whole, not a particularly nasty version of acara. Here's a red Oscar. Red Oscar, again, is a baby monster. Remember, all your Oscars are going to be somewhere between 10 and 17 inches. That is way too big for anything other than a 6-foot tank, no matter what anybody tells you. Here's another African cichlid. These are bumblebees. A lot of restock on Africans this week, including some of our more common guys, but some of the oddballs too. I got boobs, that was pretty cool. Let's see, these are Odessa barb. Restock on those guys. Haven't been able to get them for a while. They've been out of stock. Very pretty fish. The males get the nice yellow in the top fin, along with some real nice reds to them. Beautiful fish. Here are the last bag of the this box, last bag of the order. Thread fin rainbows. Complete restock on these guys. Nice males, and they're really long fins. Good pairs. Super, super cool little dwarf rainbow. And that's it for this week's order.